All right, friends, we're here today and we're going to review at request the Supfire T10. So this light was sent for review by flashlightbrand.com. I will link to their website, and if you decide you want to, you can buy this light. This is one of those reviews that I kind of don't like to do, because despite the fact that this light looks very nicely rubbery and colorfully red here, and it has a nice tail switch and kind of looks all right in terms of the design, it is one of the most underperforming and disappointing flashlight offerings to date. And I have reached out to Simon at the company and and informed him of this before I posted the review. I've not received a reply back in terms of on that direct point when I ask him. So I'm going to proceed with the review, and I'm going to, of course, be honest. And of course, I have an obligation in all of these videos to be honest, which I will always do. So this claims to be, this doesn't tell us very much. And this box here doesn't really tell us very much. This is what it came in. Now, one thing I will say, you even get a, what is this, a Supfire Chinese card of some sort. Here's the charger. You gotta hand it. This is one good charger. Look at this right here. You can put the cord out of the way and just charge it. If you want to put it away, you can just. I thought that was neat. I've never seen it a way to put the cord away like that. But I digress. So this light is running an 18650. This comes with Superfire. So it is Superfire. It's not Supfire. I guess that's the answer to our question. For some reason, they're using a 2,000 milliwatt amp battery. I have no idea why. Let's take a look in there. This doesn't bode too well for it up here. This serial number and whatnot. If you turn it on, within 5 seconds, it's going to go to the next mode. That is a huge disappointment. If you put your hand out in front of it, there's barely any heat at all, because it's putting out actually a ridiculously little amount of output. I'm going to move it up here so you can see the hotspot. The one amazing credit of this light is that it does have the nicest hotspot you ever have seen in any C8 form factor. And this is using a C8 reflector with a little white spacer there. Now, I doubted that, but that white spacer is actually helping the beam quite a bit. So there's really not much else to say here. Let's take it outside, and we're going to compare it to another C8 I have, and this one is running an XML2. So we're going to see how it compares. There's very little difference in the reflector. So first of all, we're going to look at the light by itself. Supfire T10. You have to make sure it stays in high mode, because otherwise, the next time you turn it on, it will instinctively go to a lower mode. Very nice beam profile. It's the nicest I have ever seen in a C8 of any price range. But that is as little as good as I can say about it. Trying to reach those trees back there, and it so faintly makes them that it is useless as an illumination tool. Even though you can see them a little bit on camera, it's not useful enough in practical use to be of value. So here we are. We're going to put it on the wall. It is definitely has a defined hotspot, but it does not have much of much else. So yes, you will love the hotspot, but you will not be able to use it beyond that. So we're going to take it back. This is one of the tamest, if not the, no, this is the tamest C8 I have ever used. Let's go up high. All right, now it's going to be joined by an XML2 U3 C8, also from China. And the lesser light with a lesser emitter pretty much completely annihilates it. Well, doesn't completely annihilate it, but equals it, and maybe then a little. Let's take it to the wall and do a start. So as you can see, we've had these on a while. The 998 lumen C8 on the left from China is stronger than an SST40 lumen on the right, which should be putting out more than twice its current output. Really sad. Honestly, I have to, and of course, I have to be honest and forthright in my review. So you see here how an ordinary C8 from China that cost me all of $20 is outperforming this Supfire T10, which actually costs more. They're asking $33 at the present time for it, and I'm sorry to say it's just not worth that. Neither of them are very long range throwers, but even though I'm leaving the XML2 on the left on, it is still outperforming the featured light on the right by some margin. Katie. Anybody want a stray cat? You want to wrestle it down? It's a pretty cat. Katie. Katie. It's going to beg for food. No more cat drama. I promise. We're going to turn off the Chinese C8. We're going to just keep using the T10. See, nice hotspot, but it's not. It's just too tame for any ambitious flashlight users who have any knowledge of the Astrolux, the Convoys, or any of the lights on today's market. The good news is it's not producing any heat, and it's going to maintain this brightness for forever. So I used a pocket knife and a handcuff key, and I took off the the wire cover and then the emitter spacer, and it revealed what looks to me to be an XML2. Now I deformed it a little there because I've been picking at it. I was trying to take off the dome and see if I could harvest it in any way. I did not have any luck unscrewing the pill, but no matter. I'm pretty much ready to write this one off. So folks, this is an example of a light that is unfortunately just not up to snuff. We do have to keep the standards high. Budget lights are a dime a dozen, and this particular light is not going to cut it. That said, you should look at flashlightbrand.com and you can check out, because they have lots of other brands too, other than Supfire. They have including high-end brands like Phoenix. So that about wraps it up for this review. Thank you.